Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
Because then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
So if you're willing, whether it's eyes open or eyes closed, I would just invite you to kind of just get a little bit comfortable in your seat.
Sounds good.
And I usually start with just kind of bringing it to the breath. I'm just trying to slow it down. So I'm just going to walk you through just kind of a brief meditation here. And so we're just going to find our breath wherever you notice that the clearest, whether that's the tip of the nose, rise and fall, the chest or abdomen. Just starting to fall into a bit of a rhythm. And when your mind starts to wander, like it will, just notice that. Begin again with the breath. And we're just going to bring in some additional senses. Maybe even just tuning in to hearing, just noticing any sounds in the room. And still following the breath. Maybe even starting to incorporate your visual field. Even though your eyes are closed, you may notice that it's not quite dark. So just tuning into any shapes, beads of shimmering light you may notice. And still being mindful of the breath. And now we're just going to bring it to some of those parts who may need your attention right now. So just giving any part the opportunity to come forward. Just let me know when you get a sense of a part.
There's a part I'm noticing kind of in the top of my belly, and there's like a sense of kind of like confidence, egoic confidence. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any shape associated with this part?
Like a moon, like a quarter moon on the top of my stomach.
Any colors? How big is this quarter moon?
Yeah, like this, the size of my hands there. And no colors, but it's kind of warm. Yeah, I did just eat some chocolate earlier, so that might be also connected to that warmth.
And is this quarter moon within this egoic confidence, is it in your body? Is it around the top of your belly?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm kind of like doing a motion that it's like guiding right now, kind of like strutting, shoulder strutting.
And how do you feel towards this part?
I think there's a little bit of annoyance, and then there's also like a playfulness, like letting the part kind of like move my shoulders is very playful. It's like, okay, yeah, you can be here, like you can do that.
So just allowing yourself to just experience this part right now. And I'm just a little bit curious with this annoyed part. Just turning slightly to this annoyed part. Would it be willing to give you a little bit of space? Would it be willing to just kind of take a step back?
Yeah, I think it's in my head. Just trying to like connect with it somatically as I ask that. Yeah, feels like a lot of space just opened up in my head. So
okay, and so we'll just let this part know, and I know it's listening, that it's for you to come in if it feels it needs to step in.
Yeah, it's willing to just observe and learn that way.
Okay. And so we're just gonna shift back to that energy, the top of your belly, that quarter moon, just that same question. How do you feel towards this part now?
It's kind of like this joy, like almost childlike, just like playful, like kind of like just having this confidence to like let it move how it wants to, no concern that it's gonna be harmful or over. Even though it's being given a lot of control.
Yeah. Does this part want you to know anything in this moment?
It just says, I like this Chad guy.
Yeah. And we can just hang out with this part for a little bit right now. What has this part been doing for you?
There's a sense that it's a protector, like it protects. It kind of uses confidence as like a type of arrogance to like dismiss other people. Like when they're having experiences that are overwhelming. So maybe there's a part that in me that it's protecting that is like that. That's like emotionally overwhelming or something.
Yeah. Do you have any gratitude? Are you able to extend any validation to this protector? And if so,
how
does it receive it?
Okay. Well, at first it was like, I know, like I'm confident, like I know. But then it's kind of like, oh wait, actually you're like actually looking at me and seeing me. That's kind of nice. So it shifted from like a dismissive confidence to like a receptive, almost like humble confidence.
How old does this part think you are? It's the first number that comes up.
It doesn't actually have a number. It can see the self energy. Which doesn't really have an age.
So it sounds like it's maybe been around for a while then.
The confident part?
Yeah.
I guess I'm not sure why you're phrasing it that way.
Yeah, I'm just curious how long this part has been protecting you in this way.
Yeah. There's like the number 9 comes up.
Number 9?
So maybe it's 9 years old. Maybe the protector is 9 years old.
Yeah. Are you able to ask this part?
How old is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like a number 13 came up. Middle school age.
Okay. So maybe more 13, somewhere in middle school?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I'm not really, I don't really have many other kind of reference points this part right now. So it doesn't like check out with anything else because there's nothing else to check it with. But it's good enough for now.
Mm. Okay. And are you able to still kind of have visuals with this part? Is it still pretty close right now?
Yeah, it's still moving my body. So really, it's almost like I'm blended, but I don't feel like I'm speaking from it.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, just with that last note there, maybe blended. Does it have any fears if it were to unblend a little bit right now? Just to separate, give a little bit more space?
Oh, it can do that. Yeah. Like, it's not concerned about unblending.
Mm.
So it's just dropping down into the belly now.
Okay. Just kind of settling in.
And there's a lot of openness in the shoulders and chest where kind of it was residing.
Okay.
Before.
Yeah. You'd mentioned that this part is maybe protecting another part.
Yeah.
Would this part be willing to just kind of show you a little bit about this part? Does it feel comfortable? Do we have permission to possibly work with what this part's protecting?
There's like this confusion in a way, not really confusion. There's like this inquiry. There's like this active inquiry, which is like, is this part still protecting another part of me, or is it protecting me when other people have this kind of energy that somehow this part is still activated by that, or something else in my system that wants to get involved? So I'm just saying that because we could kind of go both directions.
Yeah. Well,
to get insight here. And it doesn't necessarily, it's not like it's necessarily actually different. It's just like a way of talking about it.
Yeah. Well, and I know this part is listening when you're phrasing it in that way. Which direction would this part like to go? Is it open for us maybe just spending a little bit of time with what it's maybe protecting, another part?
Yeah. It seems it has this sense that like it's more aware of other people's like I forget exactly what I said before, but I'll just say now, like intense, like overwhelming emotional expression. It's more aware of that happening in other people. But it's willing to go inward into my system and to see where that type of energy might be showing up for me.
Yeah, and just coming from myself, I really appreciate this part being so open and willing, and to give us permission to kind of turn a little bit more inwards. So I just want to show my gratitude.
It's going like this, like hand. That's like receiving that from you. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so if we're just able to just kind of follow that energy, and with the permission given from this part, just maybe allowing you to kind of see maybe what it's protecting. Just follow that energy. Just see where that resides in the body. And just see what comes up.
Yeah, there's a little child, maybe 1.5, 2 years old. It's kind of a girl, but also it's a boy. And kind of, I have this visual of it, of the baby crying, being alone, kind of crawling around right now, kind of like looking for someone.
And so following your intuition, are you able to maybe get a little bit closer? What feels right in this moment as you see this little child crying alone?
Yeah, kind of like, it's like down here, and it's like looking that way. And I kind of like shifted myself like over here so I can like meet it from that direction. And then now I'm like head on, kind of like like connecting in, because the baby's like really down, looking down and crying, and it's got like its eyes closed. And then like my hands come out. I don't know. They're not really picking it up, but they're just like, my hands have this like presence to them that like emanates beyond the hand. And so that's just like connecting with the baby.
Yeah. So just be with this baby right now. Just that knowing that you intuitively know how to heal. You intuitively know what to do right now. So just spend these moments just allowing that self energy just feeling that. And there's never a rush. Just let me know when that feels complete.
The baby looked up at me and kind of did like a little like smile, hiccup, giggle, like. There's like some kind of eye contact or like face-to-face connection happening. I can't actually see its eyes. Its face is kind of like dark or mysterious or shadowy or something. I think it's like a kind of pain that I'm maybe part of me doesn't want to look at.
Yeah. Just allow yourself to experience that. Maybe even see if you can, this baby would allow you to come in just a little bit closer. What does this baby need from you right now?
I'm just really experiencing this face. Actually, there's like a lot of dark energy there. And I'm finding it kind of challenging to be present with that. So maybe we could focus on that before we get to that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell if there's part of me that's like blocking my vision, or if this baby has something that it's not comfortable showing.
And so let's just maybe just take a quick moment and just kind of do a scan around and just see if there's maybe any part that's maybe not yet ready, be unwilling at this moment. So just make sure we have permission to be with this baby in this way. Just allowing any other part to come forward. If there's any apprehension.
There is some tension in my face.
Okay.
And it's kind of like spread out. And then there's like a bit of like a guarded feeling in my heart area.
So maybe just let this baby know that we'll be back, and following your intuition, that energy in the face or the tension, blocking heart. Which part needs our attention right now?
the face would be good.
Okay. So we're just going to turn towards that energy. What does this part need us to know?
Put it this Batman Joker vibe.
I'm sorry, Sam, it just kind of broke up there a little bit. Are you able to?
Yeah. So I noticed I was like blended with the face part.
Mm.
And so I just like kind of peeled it off and like turned it around and put it in front of me. And then I could to look at it. And it kind of has like this Joker vibe.
Okay. Does this
Like,
part need anything from you?
Why so serious? Oh, man. Yeah, it's kind of like mischievous. So it's like, do you need anything from me? And it's kind of like asking you, Chad.
Yeah, I'm just curious why this part is maybe coming up right now. Are there anything that I should know, anything that we should know here as we're working with this younger baby? We only want to go with permission.
Yeah.
So I want to just give this part an opportunity to maybe voice any concerns that it may have with doing this work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like protecting against the darkness, protecting against the pain of the baby. So I guess maybe it's concerned that we might not be able to hold space for that experience to show up.
Yeah, and I just want to extend some gratitude to this part for working pretty hard and being willing to step in. So I just want to thank this part. It's really got a Joker like personality. Yeah, I'm just curious, how old does this part believe you are?
It seems to have a clear sense of the self. Again, this kind of sense that, okay, there is self, and that's not really, doesn't really have an age. And then there's this baby that I'm kind of protecting from overwhelming the system. And that baby is like quite young, like 1 or 2. And then as that happened, there was like this recognition of like, oh, what role do I actually want to play? If there's self here, like I don't need to be responsible in the way I have been. So yeah, I'm just at that point.
Yeah.
Holding that question.
I'm just curious if this could possibly be helpful, but for you to kind of reintroduce self to this more mischievous part. Just gonna let this part know that you are here. See how it responds.
It's like, what would happen if Joker met God? That's like the scene that's sort of playing out right now. It's like, what would Joker do if Joker met God? Wow, very interesting. It's sort of like the immovable force meets the what's it called? Is it called the unstoppable object?
So just allow that to unfold.
Yeah, there is a kind of softening in the Joker, like a kind of like falling back, like back into the back of the body. It's a combination of like surrender and awe. And there's still this like, still wants to like make some bombs, and well, maybe not, maybe not. It's kind of like at the playground, like elementary school playground.
Okay.
And yeah, the bomb thing is kind of going away. And there's a playground, and there's like snow forts. Because I grew up in New Hampshire, where we make snow forts during recess in the winter.
What's your sense here? Why is this part showing you this scene?
That's like what it wants to do now.
Okay.
It's just like play,
Okay.
Play at the playground.
And so that was going to be the next question. If it didn't have to work so hard in this way, what would it rather do? It would rather play.
Yeah, it's really connecting. It's really settling into this surrender and awe, and then just kind of transitioning into its kind of true nature, like wonder, playfulness. So I think I'm actually like in that part. So I think I'm going to shift out of it and just kind of let it go play.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does that feel complete with this part? Maybe just a final opportunity. Just if there's anything else it might need from you right now.
It's like waving at me from the playground, like just to check in. Yeah. Okay. Have fun.
And so this part is always welcome back whenever it needs to. But does that mean we have permission to kind of shift back? What's your felt sense?
Because there was also the part in the chest, but that one was kind of naturally stepping back already. So let me just check in there.
Yeah.
I did a lot of work on my heart chakra yesterday. I'm not really sure what like normal is right now. So I guess I should just put a question in there. There's a bit of fear still there, like about connecting with the child. The heart protector has some concern about that.
Yeah, is it willing to kind of let us in on what some of those fears, concerns may be if we were to connect?
Oh, interesting. There's a sense of I mean, the most simple thing is like that the child is going to overwhelm the system. So it will need to be, it's like hyper vigilant. It will need to like be ready to kind of like clamp down and shut that energy down.
Okay.
But then there's also this thing about crying. Like it's kind of like blocking my tear ducts.
Mm.
Let me see if there's a concern there.
Okay.
Not really. I mean, there's like maybe something like very small and old about that. Like maybe it wasn't like good if I was crying. But that doesn't feel like it's really. That doesn't feel like the truth right now.
So just as you're just being with this part right now, with that hypervigilance, just wondering if there's any validation or gratitude you can extend towards this part for again working so hard. See how it receives that.
Oh yeah, it really appreciates being seen like that, and actually steps back quite a bit from that. And I just want to say I really appreciate that kind of move, because I haven't really worked with that one before, but I know it's quite effective.
Yeah, and we don't want to go anywhere without permission. It seems like this part may have some concern still with the blocking of the tear ducts.
It's like if it was like wrapped around the heart, like fully, almost like a cube.
Yeah.
It just like kind of like peeled all the way back and like shrunk down into like small point or even nothing. Like just like totally removed that. Yeah. So it's really stepping back totally.
So just checking in, is that an invitation for us to be able to shift back?
It's giving a thumbs up.
Okay. And so for myself, I really appreciate his vulnerability and trust. And only if it feels right.
Yeah. I'm already there with the baby.
Okay. So just see how anything's possibly shifted with its gaze, with its face, Just allow yourself just to be there right now. Just be present. Just allow that self energy to flow through.
That was cool. Something came up with the pain in the face of the baby. And then I noticed it in my face. And then I saw the playful part on the playground, and we just waved, and it was like, okay, it's all good. I got this. You can keep playing. And then there was like some movement up through the face with that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the somatic experience of just witnessing the pain from the baby.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep allowing yourself to just experience whatever it is that this baby maybe needs you to feel right now.
But yeah, there's a heart-to-heart connection happening right now. Really feeling the heart of the baby.
Mm.
So that's also open. Yeah.
And so it's never a rush. Just let me know when that feels complete.
Yeah, there's sort of a leaning in towards the baby and like curiosity, like to see if it needs anything or yeah, I mean, there is definitely a sense that like this is an exile that has some burden.
Mm.
So that's all kind of live right now.
Yeah.
Just shifted into the baby, looking out to see what it sort of sees, and there was sorry.
No, go ahead.
There was like actually just like a sound, just like a huge like not quite like an ohm, but like a just like a beautiful like all pervasive like sound of love just all around the baby.
Just stay with that.
Just letting that come into the body too. There's a sense that the baby is older now, and like, that it's like a professional singer.
As they do.
Yeah.
I'm just curious right now. Sometimes these parts, it feels right to unburden and to sometimes give it up to any of the elements of earth, wind, fire, water. What's your felt sense? Does that seem appropriate right now?
Yeah, but it would be the sound.
Mm.
It would it's like kind of a white or a yellow sound.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So just help facilitate this with this part, that sound, just allowing it to release whatever it is that it's been holding on to all this time. Just be with this part. Just let me know whenever that feels complete.
It's kind of like waves of this sound. Light. It's also a light.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a wave of it, of like seeing it move through the baby. And when that happens, there's also like some subtle clenching in different parts of the body. And so I'm just kind of settling into those points where there's a bit of friction and just letting them like slowly release.
Yeah.
As this energy continues to fill everything.
What's your felt sense right now?
Well, I did notice the time. We didn't check in about timing, and my eyes just open, and I'm really looking. I have like the most amazing view right here, like looking like out over a huge horizon, like at the Green Mountains in northern Vermont, and there's like big like storm clouds kind of looming. It's just like so beautiful, and so I'm like seeing that, and then also like seeing the baby and the light, and all like in the same frame.
It sounds like quite the experience.
Yeah. And there's this sense of like, oh, this thing I'm seeing in this baby is like also in everyone. Like that like, it's like golden light and that sound, that pure sound.
As it expands outwards. Is this baby, does it need to be anywhere? Are you able to take it to any place that it desires to be?
Yeah, it's looking here at the mountains. It kind of just went to like, it kind of went to Hollywood too for a moment, because it's kind of like, it kind of had like this sense of being like Elvis Presley or something. Like a real top-notch performer. Yeah, like there's like a recording studio now. Doing voice lessons.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna really pursue that, because it came up yesterday too. And it was, like I said, I was working with this kind of heart chakra.
Yeah.
And the singing thing came up as well. Someone else said it. Someone else was like, you should do singing lessons.
That's beautiful. And this seems like a trailhead to follow.
Yeah. It's like a pretty clear request from this part.
Mm.
Or it's like a sense of like, that's like the dream. That's like the higher potential of this part.
Yeah. And seemingly as we're kind of bringing it to a close for today, does this part need anything else from you? Does it need to be checked in on?
No, the two things that come up, one is actually really doing voice lessons or something like that.
Yeah.
Like actually. And then the other thing is like just seeing this child in everyone. Yeah.
It was really lovely working with you today. And those messages that you've received quite clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope next time we check in, we're having a conversation similar to how we ended here today.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to just thank you for guiding today, and I think there were quite a lot of parts actually, but felt just very smooth transitioning between them, and yeah,
it's a pleasure.
Great guiding questions.
Thank you. Yeah, seriously though, much appreciated, Sam. It's really great to be on this end of it as well, when you're just able to tap in so clearly, and to be able to, I mean, you're self-led obviously as well, and being able to work with these parts and to ask for just a little bit more time to just kind of stick with these parts. And so it's a great experience on this end.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you. And I guess James will probably follow up with both of us. Sure, I'll shoot him a message and tell him we're done.
Okay.
Look forward to connecting again.
I hope so. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your retreat.
Okay. Thanks, Chad.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.